Hello, it's Kathy Hampton here from Wellside Retreats. And today I'm doing this video, of course. And the name of it really is Can you say, I am feeling good? Can you make that statement for yourself? I am feeling good. Can you proclaim it? Can you say it aloud? And when someone asks you, can you say, oh, I'm feeling good? Thank you. Can you do that? Well, that's the subject of this video. My name is Kathy Hampton of Wellside Retreats, and Wellside Retreats is a transformational destination life coaching business service for you. I help Black women move away from what no longer serves them and move toward what will serve them well, what will make them feel good about their body, mind, and spirit. So, um, this video is prompted by a challenge that I ran last year, um, as well as this year. During the holiday times, we sometimes suffer. Some of us suffer with seasonal depression. We also are feeling the stress and strain of the grind culture, which is really tricky around this time. Being in work situations that aren't complimenting us, aren't fulfilling to us, but feeling as though we have to stay in these positions um, in order to make money, to feed our families, to feed ourselves, and and doing the status quo around Christmas time in particular to bring home the bacon so that you can then spend that money on gifts for family and friends, and sometimes not even on yourself. So, along with that, is our flood of potential memories that come back around this time. And how could anyone say I'm feeling good around this time? Well, the 10-day challenge is basically so that you can challenge yourself to create the feelings of goodness that is really inside of you. You just don't know it sometimes. If these are some of the things that you struggle with during November, December, even January. Um, and so I'm going to run down the tips for you. Um, but before I get started, if this is something that you find interesting, the area of body, mind, and spirit, healing, retreating away from what no longer serves you, and you are a woman who is over, you know, 40, 50 years and on. If these things are of interest to you, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. You'll be made aware when a new video is uploaded. Also, share this with someone who might find it uplifting. They might want to challenge themselves to getting to a point where you can say, or they can say, I am feeling good. So let's get started. I'm going to read them and then I'll go back and I'll discuss them with you one at a time. We'll spend a little time on them. And I do have a list. So if I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at my list here. We did a 10-day challenge. The challenge got off to a start with kind of a post on the idea of checking in with yourself, checking in to see how you are feeling emotionally before, going on to creating a great day for yourself, feeling good for yourself. And you can find the entire challenge on my website, wellsideretreats.care. I'm going to see if I can bring that up so that you can see that. Wellsideretreats.care, so that you can follow the challenge in your own time, in real time, on your time, and challenge yourself to seeing each day as it unfolds for you by reading the blog posts. And you'll just need to check the blog tab, and you're all set for going in and taking the challenge on your own time. So day one is basically embracing good feelings. Okay. Day two was celebrating yourself. Day three is to move your body. Now, mind you, these are all the days, uh, what the actions that I'm asking you to take as part of the challenge. Day four, serve yourself peacefully. All right? Serve yourself peacefully. Day five, breathe deeply and relax. Day six, nurture relationships. Day seven, practice resting and relax. Day eight is to create. All right. Day nine, we talk about newness. Newness. All right. And day 10, energize with gratitude. On that last day, I challenge yourself to energize with gratitude. So, first of all, on day one, ask you to embrace good feelings. Open up to the possibility that you have those within you. Open up. Some of us are afraid to open up to the fact that there are these good feelings to be had. But first, you have to kind of focus in on yourself, right? Um, and one of the things that you should do is to kind of get still, really get still, and go out into nature, right? And you'll see the goodness that's out there that you consume internally. So embrace it. Embrace the idea that you can create a great day and good feelings just by going out into nature. I'm sure you've heard these. These actually are nothing new. It's just that sometimes we have to be reminded of how to create goodness for ourselves, because to be perfectly honest, no one can do it for you. No one can do these things for you to make you feel better. You have to do them. You actually have to do them. And when you realize that no one else, not even, a partner, a spouse, um, a child, a pet, can make you feel better unless you actually do the work or are open to receiving the good feelings, then, until you realize that, you will be searching for someone else to do it for you. But they can't. No matter how much you love them and they love you, you have to do this. You have to be able to proclaim, I am feeling good on your own. With them nurturing, and we'll get to nurturing our relationships, that's a whole different thing. But you have to feel good first, right? You have to feel good first. Okay, number two, celebrating yourself. A lot of times we are celebrating other people. We are doing all manner of things to tell people, oh, you did a good job. Congratulations on this, congratulations on that. I'm so happy for you, right? I'm, I'm, I, I feel so good that you did this for yourself. You can say that to someone. Can you say that to yourself, right? Yes. How are you celebrating yourself? How well are you affirming yourself? Yeah, do that. Say it aloud. And here at Wellside Retreats, we believe in the almighty journal. We believe in the practice of journaling. So if you have to do that, write that down and then say it aloud and manifest it, think it, envision it, celebrating yourself. And celebrating doesn't have to be some big ordeal. It can, it really doesn't. It could be a pat on your back. It could be a hug for yourself. You know, you need 3 touches a day. Everyone needs 3 touches a day. And sometimes there's no one else to touch you. So you're gonna have to hug yourself, caress your arms, you know. You're gonna have to touch yourself 3 times a day, right? So contact, human contact, whether that be of the wringing of the hands and warming them, right? Or rubbing our face. That's the massage. It could be as small as that, or it could be taking yourself out for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, or a meal, or preparing yourself a meal, a celebratory meal. I did that recently, and I created something. We'll talk about this new for myself, and I blew myself away. And I said, "Go on, girl, you did that. I made this for myself." I was so proud of myself that I called my favorite daughter and I let her know. And she said, "You ain't never done that before." I said, "I know." I did it for myself. I wanted to celebrate myself. Yeah. So, number 3, move your body. Oh, yeah, that will really make you feel good. Moving the body, getting the kinks out. If you haven't moved lately, I encourage you to to do that. There are quite a few challenges to move your body, walking, but my favorite thing is to dance. Yeah, I dance, and nobody's here. I have a good time dancing. I've always loved dance, and I move my body. And moving the body, your blood is circulating, and you know there's shapes that you can make with your body to even make you feel better. But moving your body is key to feeling good, especially if you are during this time inside quite a bit, and don't want to go outside in the cold. Well, you can do it in the confines of your own home. You can move. You can walk around. You can take laps around your own apartment. I live in a box with another room attached in a bathroom, and I find plenty of space to do all kinds of things. It doesn't take much to move your body. Just do it. Don't sit on the sofa. I'm I could say that I love film and TV. I come from that generation. Yeah, and I really loved to watch TV, but and I would love to do that on an ongoing basis, but I can't because I get stiff and I have to move my body. So there you go. Move your body and see how you feel. I'm sure you'll feeling I feel better, or I feel really good. And it may even be sore, but just moving it can make you feel a lot better. Serve yourself peacefully. Serve yourself. I just talked about, making a meal for myself. Um, I I made a great dinner for myself. I surprised myself, and realized that that meal was so yummy, and I served it on a plate and sat down at the table and had a little glass of wine, and it was great. We don't some A lot of us are so busy serving others that we forget to serve ourselves, and do it I say peacefully, do it quietly, move about as if you were serving someone else, not rushing and hastily doing it, but serve yourself kindly, you know, do the good things that you would do for someone else in reverence to you, right? You love them, but you have to love yourself just as much as you love them, if not more, so that you can love them. So I say, serve yourself kindly and peacefully. Do the good stuff that you would do for someone else for yourself. Number 5, breathe deeply and relax. There's a story I've told to some people. I tell these things, but I tend to reach back for these stories that I tell people about the time I was a younger woman, just starting out on my life, really out of high school, really into college, and something happened to my skin. I got these, they were hives. Yeah, they were hives. These, all over my arms and back of my neck, and I went to the school nurse, and she said, "Well, you have hives," and I was like, I knew I was allergic to mosquito bites really bad if I was bitten, but this was something different. These were hard, and they itched, and they were red, and so she sent me to the doctor. I think it was a friend of hers. It was actually, I think, a nurse practitioner that I actually saw. And she realized that I was holding my shoulders up here, and I was breathing pretty shallow when talking with her. And she says, "I'm looking at you, and I think you don't breathe deeply." And so we tested my breath, and she asked me, questions about myself, and she realized that I was anxious. I was holding my breath. I wasn't breathing. I wasn't exhaling. I was so caught up into this new thing called being away from home and taking care of myself. I was suffering, but I realized that quite a bit of my younger years, I didn't breathe deeply. And it causes us to be very rigid and uptight, and yeah, to break out with hives. you know Stress causes so many things, and if you're stressed out, sometimes you don't take the time to truly exhale. you know Before coming on to this video, I had to exhale, not because I was uptight or nervous, but because um, it would calm me. So I learned a lot about not breathing very young at age. And mind you, there are times when I am stressed or have been stressed, and that same pattern will come. Unfortunately, I'm not breaking out in hives any longer because I know how to manage that. And so, what you do is you breathe deeply. And in the post, you'll see that I talk about, especially in the check in post, I talk about the cleansing breath. There's a whole area of breath work and somatics. And somatics is the study of the body and the work of the body. And and breath work is phenomenal for all manner of things. Helps us clear our blood and get our blood circulating, and it's amazing work that you can do. But just the beginning, the 3 cleansing breaths or breaths that you take and hold your breath and then exhale. It's almost a magic. You'll feel really good, and it helps you to relax and ground yourself. feeling a sense of ease, and you will feel good. Now, I'm not a doctor, so if you have any problems with, your respiration or anything like that, please see your doctor before doing this. Or if you believe that you may have a problem, I don't want to cause harm. I just want you to feel good. And something so natural as breathing, expanding our lungs, you know, our rib cage. That is movement in itself, truly. And the breath is life. The breath is life. So don't hold it. Don't hold it. You're cutting off part of that goodness of life. So, but if you have problems breathing, inhaling and exhaling, then maybe you need to, you know, take it easy, check with someone who knows about your health to do that. I don't want to cause you any problems. Moving on to 6, nurture relationships around this time. I spoke earlier about, um, you know, memories of, you know, of it could be anything, memories, friendships, relationships that maybe gone sour, or there have been loss of life during these times. And um, but we need one another in life. So isolating yourself from people may not be the best unless you're holding up, your boundaries, and there's people that may not be serving you well. Hey, that's fine. But then not everyone is not serving you well. Consider reaching out to someone who may need to hear from you, or someone that you want to talk to. Do that. Do that. Make new memories for yourself. And yes, we're going to continue with our nurturing our relationships. Um, they're important. We need one another. We need somebody, you know, not just anybody. We need someone who you trust, you have a connection to. They may have made a joke and you laughed and you shared a great moment, and you haven't spoken to them for a while. Consider reaching out to them. And when you do that, um, that connection can make you feel good. Now, you know, um, I've done this. There have been people I haven't spoken to in a while. I think of them, um, and reached out, and we've had the best of times on the phone, or asking to visit, connecting and going somewhere and doing something together. That can always make you feel good. And I shouldn't say always, it can make you feel good. I don't know what always things, I can't predict. But nurturing a relationship is important, especially during this season of maturity. If you are, in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, it's really important that you don't isolate yourself, that you are around people who have positive things to say, who you may have something in common with. I'm not talking about the Debbie Downers, the people who put you down or down or negative. I'm talking about someone you know, with this little spark in them, you know. Reach out, or reach out to them. They may be isolating themselves. You never know. You never know what happens when you connect with someone. So, number 7 is practice resting and relaxation, or and do it. Relax. There's you know a whole new area of rest, meaning taking time for yourself outside of the grind culture, and even taking time in the grind that's, within your own space. Taking time for yourself by resting is key to feeling good and feeling much better. It should be a mandate, and the author Tricia Hersey um, has, really put her stamp on the nap ministry. If you can take a nap, 20 to 30 minutes, you know, in the middle of the day, do so. If you can go and rest somewhere, and rest is not necessarily napping or laying down. Resting could be meditation, prayer. It could be a walk in nature, as I said earlier, moving your body. That's restful. Just taking time to create good feelings for yourself with restoration of the body and the mind and spirit through doing something different instead of this constant movement. You start wearing on yourself. Change it up a little bit and take a nap, and you'll feel so much better. I do know that. I have incorporated more rest in my life than I ever have in the last, I'm going to say, maybe about 4 or 5 years, taking naps like I was like a little kid and getting up and having energy. One of the things I did do, and keep going back to the 20-year-old self of me, is I used to take naps in the sun. I would lay on the floor, and wherever the sun was, I I followed it. I moved to that place, and I could go to sleep so easy, especially if I I watch. I'm a dog lover. Dogs and cats do this. A cat will get up on the window ledge and sleep in the sun so comfortably, and dogs do it also. I'm not a dog. I'm a person. I'm a being. But I'm just telling you, it work. If it works for them, I know it will work for me. And I did this when I was younger and didn't have a pet at the time. But I know good and well that taking a rest somewhere, even if it's listening to music, while you're resting, while you're sitting, is great. So take that one up. Practice resting and relax. All right. Day 8, number 8, create. Create. I say always create a great day, or I do say create a good day, but actually physically creating something. If that is not writing in a journal and writing a story, or writing to get something off of your mind, painting. Do you have a curiosity of what you could create, make for yourself, or just build something? You know, have you wondered about knitting? Have you wondered about, picking up some hobby to create something? Maybe learning how to do that. Right. Learning how to do that can pique your good feeling, vibe. And then you can celebrate you. But um, I'm learning that that side of me at this age wasn't, I didn't, create. I did the academic thing. I did the things that, were very technical, and there's a lot of reading, and there's, things that I really wish that I had done earlier, like create clothes, fashion. you know that was That was something that I wanted to do. Um, I wish I had learned how to paint. I really did. I still can. That's the beauty. It's never too late. Um, yeah, if you have a sense of curiosity about you, to learn something new, we'll get to this in a minute, but try it. Try creating something for yourself and feeling and feeding that curiosity. And I bet you could say, I'm feeling good about what I have created. After time, it takes steps. Or maybe not. Maybe, you're a phenom. Maybe you can just do the thing. Creating, writing music, creating, by playing music on a piano or a guitar. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I don't know everything. And so that's why I actually want to learn what is it inside of me that I can do to create something. Yeah, and feel good about it. Newness. Yes, newness. I'd say if you're going to go out for that walk to move your body, and that becomes, your thing, your practice of daily walking, daily jogging, whatever, turn right instead of left if you normally take the left, turn left. See something new, do something new, and try new things. One of the things that I am learning about travel, and I'm very new to international travel, but one thing that I do, um, is I explore. I get up and I just go walking, and feel so energized by newness when I've never seen something before. It could be just walking down a block that I've never been on because you see such new things, something that you haven't experienced. Hearing people's um, the new language that I might hear, or a new accent, even if it is in English, which I am familiar with. But newness, trying new foods. You have to be open to it. Remember, you have to be open to these good things in order to try them. But try some newness, try something new and invigorating. And I hope that you will feel good and be able to proclaim that you are feeling good. And the last one, this one is, and I saved the best for last. I want to encourage you to give gratitude. Let's see, well, how do I, let's see, energize yourself with gratitude. Gratitude is like an action that you can take by just taking a moment to take inventory of what you have and what you don't have, and or uh, what you have and are so glad that you do not have certain things. You subtract, so you feel energized by just the the thoughts of the abundance of what you have around you. If you were looking at this screen and your screen, your laptop or your television on YouTube, you, I would say, this is just me, that you are blessed to have the tool of a computer or a television. You look around you, if you are clothed and you have the material things, the material comforts, you should be, I believe, grateful and thankful. Or what about the experiences that you have, right? You have had, or the experience that you passed on. You said, "Oh, no, thank you," and that might be a great thing that you didn't do, right? Yeah. Some of us have taken on opportunities and things, and it was so easy to get, and you're like, oh wow, I wish I hadn't done that. But we are blessed, I will say, with the abundance of so much. And nowadays it's difficult to choose, you know. We have so much. But if you think about it, you think about the goodness that is part of you, the abundance within you, the abilities within you. That's the gratitude that I'm truly, truly speaking of. You can't see it, you can't feel it, right? You can't, it's not material, but is the ability of a sound mind, body, and spirit that is such a blessing. It's such a blessing. And it makes me want to dance, truly. I get so excited. And it carries me throughout the day, the moment, the minutes, the hours, and the day is when I can say thank you throughout the day. Thank you throughout the day. It really is a blessing. So if you have found um, these 10 ideas, these actions, because they're actions, you have to take action to get to feeling good. If you have found these helpful, please let me know in the comments. Please let me know that this was helpful to you. Write a comment about them not being helpful, but let me know what you thought of this. And I hope that you consider taking the challenge. I really do. For yourself, for these 10 items. And you could break it up into 10 10 weeks or 10 days or whatever, practicing one more for a week and maybe one for a day, however you choose. But if you go to the website, again, that's wellsideretreats.care, look at the tab for blogs, and you'll see all of those posts, the 10 days challenge that I wrote in my blog, and be an active participant in your um, in your creation of a good day, of a good season, of a good month during um, this winter season and beyond and beyond. Do it forever. Do it forever. Pick up some good habits by practicing these things. And it does take practice. Practice is progress. And I encourage you to go for it, to create something good for yourself. It's been great to speak with you. I hope that you find this video helpful. And I will put in the description again the link to my website where you can find the blog posts. And do me a favor again, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you're made aware of when I post again on YouTube. And I'll see you later with more videos. Also, um, if you are interested in a virtual journaling community, I host a virtual community of journalers on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we provide one another inspiration, morning inspiration, and you learn a little bit about journaling. It's not a full, discussion about the practice of journaling, but we do spend time affirming ourselves, celebrating ourselves also, and that might be something that may make you feel good on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, but also the practice of journaling as well. All right. Well, have a good day, create a good day, and I will see you again. All right. Much love to you.